Las Vegas Raiders. They added Geno Smith. They added Ashton Jeanty. They added Dante Thornton. They added Amari Cooper. I'm not going to name all the additions that they made on offense and defense, but their projected win total is 7.5. What do you have for the Las Vegas Raiders?
Damn, Khalid, we actually agree on this. I have them at 8 wins, so just slightly over the 7.5. I think for me, it's just a lot of new pieces to kind of integrate and figure out. Pete Carroll, great coach, but I do think there's a lot of just things for them to figure out, right? Like figure out the offense. Who's the guy? Is it last year was just hey, throw everything to Bowers, right? Like get Bowers all the touches he can. Like this year now, you got Jeanty, you got a couple other guys. So what's the offense looking like? Is Geno actually looking like Geno, or is he regressing even more? Things like that. Defense, I think they'll be fine. Lost a couple of guys like Robert Spillane and Trevon Moehrig and Nate Hobbs. Like a couple of small pieces. Maybe Spillane might be the biggest piece they lost, but
yeah,
I think they just have to figure it out. And I think this is the season of figuring it out. And then maybe next year is a year of playoff contention if everything looks good. So yeah, eight wins for me.
Eight wins for me as well. ChatGPT has them at 7, so we're all kind of in the same ballpark, but obviously we're going slightly over. I think that the offense is going to be really good. It's going to be great. Last year, I know it's the quarterback situation was a disaster, but they were one of the few teams that had 2,000-yard receivers. I think there was only like 5 or 6 teams in the NFL, which you wouldn't think the Raiders would be one of them, but it was obviously, of course, Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, who went slightly over 1,000 yards. He's agitating for a trade, but I think he's going to end up getting a deal. Because I think he's just going to understand. Like, it's not the time for this, man. You're not going to get a trade, before week 1 of the season. You're not Micah Parsons or Khalil Mack or one of these guys. Like, you need to realize your place. But yeah, the offense is going to be very good. Dare I say top 10 in the NFL. There's talent everywhere. Ashton Jeanty is a very good running back. I think he's going to be great. Defensively, that's my concern. Is the defensive backfield is a bit of a disaster right now. They're talking about having a rotation at 2 of the cornerback spots, the nickel and the second corner. Defensive line should be fine. Linebackers should be okay. They're not great in coverage. So all that to say, they're going to be a very fun and exciting team where they're going to score a lot of points because they have an above average quarterback and weapons at every position. They have an all world tight end, not even all pro tight end. But defensively, they are going to be below average. I'll say that. Not quite terrible, but below average. In a division like this, I think 8 wins is a nice piece. Obviously, some things have to break their way, but the optimist in me would say 10 at the top end. The pessimist would say 6 wins on the bottom end. Who is your fantasy sleeper and bust?
Yeah, so my sleeper is actually Jack Beck. I like him, man. I think he's not getting enough love here, but maybe it takes a little bit of hit with that Cooper signing. But I do think, like you said, right? They drafted 2 really talented wide receivers in Jack Betch and Dante Thornton, right? So those guys both look spectacular. So for me, it'd be either one of those. I did this to kind of differ from you, but I do think he'll be kind of more of your Cooper Kupp type kind of receiver, possession guy. I'm not saying he's Cooper Kupp. I'm not throwing that out there for him, but he's possession guy. He's a receiver, big body possession receiver. That's the ceiling, and I do think he'll get some targets here in this offense. That's going to be pretty good. Bust. I'm going to change it on you, Khalid. I saw we had the same bust, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to go Brock Bowers. Relative bust. Relative. I think he's gonna like you said, right? There's a lot more weapons on this offense, so I think he's gonna see 1 decrease in volume. 2, they're gonna, people are gonna see him. That's the guy on the Raiders offense to stop, right? So he's gonna see double coverages. He's gonna see. So I think people are gonna focus on him. So there's just gonna be this relative drop in production for him that still a good elite tight end. But I don't think he's going to produce at the level he maybe produced his rookie year. I think you're going to see a drop for that. So that's why I say I'm a relative bust, and just to be a little different from you.
Sure. 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's my ballpark, which is not a decrease. I think it's a slight decrease in yards, not so much in touchdowns. I can see that. My sleeper is Dante Thornton. So he is the big body receiver and another big body receiver, but he is a burner. Him and Geno were building a connection in the preseason. He made a couple big plays down there. He was one of my draft sleepers. I was really excited that they drafted him, I think, in the 5th round. He's just a really raw prospect with not much of a route tree, but he's big and strong and fast, and he can catch. So we'll see about that. In terms of bust, it is Jacoby Myers for me. A lot of the same reasons, like the target share. There's just more receivers to go around. Like you said, Beck, Thornton, throw Cooper in there, throw Trey Tucker in there, of course, Brock Bowers. The offense should be humming. I don't think he's going to have like a bad year, but I don't think he's going to replicate that. I think he had like 1,100 yards last season. So a bit of a drop off, but nothing big. All
Yeah, I'm
right.
with you.